Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Today, I am initiating you. This is an activation. You are now a secret agent of unconditional love. If you listened to my podcast before, you've heard of Quo, and Quo repeatedly expresses that we are secret agents of unconditional love. They explain in a channeling on November 28th, 2004, we would encourage you to see yourself as a secret agent of fourth density at this time. Have you heard the phrase, perform random acts of kindness? This is the very essence of being a secret agent for love. The ones known as Ra long ago channeled through this instrument. When faced with a situation, ask yourself the question, where is the love in this moment? And we say to you, be an agent of that love and be an instrument of peace. In all situations, there is at least a tiny peephole, a tiny window that lets in the light and the love of the one infinite creator. Do what you can to find it. Make this transition into fourth density personal. If you think in terms of world powers and world wars, you have no control and you can do no useful thing. However, that is a mental projection. You are the center of your universe and you have power. You are a magical being and you are the face of the Creator in the little place that you occupy in this vast creation. Be an agent. Be proud and happy to be an agent of the Creator and part of the creative principle, and let your light shine. Let your love embrace. When I read those words, they sung inside of me. It opened my heart. And as I have tried to live this out, the many years after I first read this channeling, and Carla began to refer this all the time, and you hear them say that they are secret agents of unconditional love. The word secret is important because oftentimes when introducing love into an environment or situation, when you do it out in front of everybody, it doesn't quite work. Sometimes you have to work as a secret agent. In another channeling, in July 16th of 2005, they said, we would encourage you, in fact, not to crusade for those ideas which we offer you this day. It is not a matter of the sharing of information, this matter of awakening the heart of humankind. It is more of an infective process. You are the secret agent of energies such as faith and hope. As entities about you see that you are undismayed by the apparent chaos around you, that you are hopeful in the face of all that you do not at all deny, but instead embrace, there comes to light within entities which dared not hope before the attractive possibility of hope. As entities see you launching yourself into the midair of a fool, leaping into the abyss by faith alone, and then as they notice you are riding that abyss in joy, there awakens within breasts to which faith was a stranger, that possibility of another way of looking at the illusion of planet Earth. As you penetrate the illusion, your eyes seeing clearly the light and love of the one infinite Creator, those who look into your eyes know that they cannot express and see what they cannot describe, and for the first time, they believe in the possibility of faith. So each of you is as one who mounts the steed of desire, and that desire, once pointed, aims you in your armor of light towards what this instrument would describe as a knighthood. You are forming your alliances. Go forth upon the quest for the truth. And what shall you share of that truth as you ride, my brother? What gifts do your eyes have as they gaze upon all that you see? It is time to imagine and to dream, and then to solidify your imagination and your dream in the envelope of your flesh, your blood, and your living. You are a secret agent of unconditional love. To become a secret agent of unconditional love, one would embody the essence of Quo's teachings. In the sacred undertaking, you would move through the world with a heart wide open, seeing beyond the illusions of separation and the transient nature of earthly concerns. You would act as a vessel of the light of oneness, serving others with a silent grace, that asks for no acknowledgement. Your every interaction would be imbued with the purity of love that seeks not conditions nor returns. In the quiet of your soul, you would hold the space for healing, understanding that each soul you encounter is a part of the great tapestry of the infinite Creator. Your mission, though may be veiled in the mundane, is to be a lighthouse of compassion and love in the often tumultuous seas of human experience, anchoring the highest vibration of love through the tempests of life. In the grand expanse of existence, to embark upon the path of the secret agent of unconditional love is to dance with the cosmos in its most profound harmony. This is the call to embrace the unity of all, to dissolve the illusions that whisper of separation, and to kindle the flame of oneness in every heart. One becomes a silent guardian of this sacred flame, a bearer of the light that sees no stranger, no enemy, but kindred spirits in the tapestry of life. With every act, with every word, with every breath, this agent weaves the invisible threads of compassion and kindness, building bridges where walls once stood. To walk this path is to understand that love is not simply an emotion, but the very fabric of creation, an inexhaustible force that flows through all things. It is to offer the self as a conduit for this love, to become an instrument of peace and a testament to the boundless nature of the Spirit. You, as the agent, move unnoticed, your work unseen, your presence felt as a gentle nudge towards the heart's opening. You know that true service is quiet, devoid of fanfare, and that the purest forms of love is given without expectation of reward. In this way, as an agent, you are now a beacon of possibility, a reminder that within each being lies the capacity for infinite love, a love that transcends conditions, that embraces all of creation in its warm, eternal embrace. I was asked to speak at a virtual event once, and I told them that my speech was going to be about being a secret agent of unconditional love. They told me that being a secret agent was going to be a little bit controversial and to find another topic. I've never forgot that. Why is it controversial to be a secret agent of unconditional love? You and I, we can talk about what we do as secret agents, but nobody else has to know. We are just an agent of love in all the situations that we enter into. The secret agent of unconditional love operates beyond the bounds of self, embodying the essence of giving that is free from the shadow of ego. In every moment, with each soul encountered, we extend an invitation to higher understanding, to the realization that we are all reflections of the same infinite light, diverse expressions of the same underlying truth. We work in the quiet, our deeds a whisper in the cacophony of daily life. Our impact ripples across the fabric of reality, touching lives in ways unseen, fostering healing where there is hurt, understanding where there is confusion, and unity where there is discord. Our journey is one of ceaseless devotion, a commitment to act as a mirror, reflecting the unbounded love that interconnects all. It is the noblest of paths, walked not in solitude, but hand in hand with the great dance of the cosmos, where each step is an act of love, each gesture a declaration of faith in the power of unity and the resplendent light of unconditional love. In the pursuit of becoming a secret agent of unconditional love, one must engage in the Emersonian quest of the sublime that resides within the mundane, to magnify the inherent love in each fleeting moment. It is a path of profound introspection and outward expression, where the self is both the sculptor and the clay, constantly shaping and being shaped by the forces of benevolence that permeates existence. We must believe in the omnipresence of the divine within each of us and the natural world. To become such an agent is to realize that love is not merely an abstract concept, but a living, breathing essence that animates every atom of the universe. It is to understand that each moment, no matter how trivial or ordinary it may appear, is pregnant with the possibility of love's expression. One begins this journey by cultivating an inner garden where the seeds of empathy and compassion are sown. It is in the rich soil of self-awareness that these seeds take root, watered by the understanding that every soul one encounters is engaged in the same struggle, the same journey towards enlightenment and understanding. As an agent of unconditional love, one must strive to transcend the ego, that incessant whisper of division and hierarchy, to see the self in the other and the other in the self. This realization is the first step towards unconditional assistance, for it is impossible to truly help another without acknowledgement, the unity that binds all life. How do we magnify the love in each moment? You must adopt a lens of gratitude, viewing every interaction, every experience as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to contribute to the reservoir of collective goodwill. This lens refracts the light of love in myriad directions, touching the hearts of those who may be locked in their own battles, often invisible to the naked eye. You must be a beacon of optimism, a believer in the fundamental goodness of all. We must act with intention, our every deed a sonnet of service. To help unconditionally is to offer assistance, not for accolades or acknowledgement, but for the sheer joy of seeing another soul uplifted. In the tapestry of life, this agent weaves threads of kindness with a quiet determination, understanding that the grandest revolutions often begin with the simplest acts of love. They move through the world with a gentle strength, turning the mundane into the magnificent, finding and amplifying love in the laughter of children, in the resilience of the aged, in the courage of the downtrodden. To be such an agent is to embrace the Emersonian ideal of self-reliance, not an isolated individualism, but as a powerful autonomy that enables one to serve others without dependency on external validation. It is to be self-sufficient in love, to draw from the inexhaustible well within and to share this bounty with the world. The secret agent of unconditional love is not anointed by an eternal authority, but is self-appointed through the daily acts of love and service. We find and magnify love in each moment, understanding that every act of kindness, every gesture of compassion, every word of encouragement, every act of love is a note in the symphony of the universal love. This is the essence of your mission. This is the core of your being and the most eloquent expression of your existence. In our passage through the fleeting seasons of life, there comes a clarion call to the kindred spirits who seek to serve the great tapestry of humanity with a hidden hand. This is the vocation of the secret agents of unconditional love. We noble souls who in the quietude of our hearts pledge ourselves to the silent ministry of compassion. You are not alone. These agents walk among us, their actions often unseen, their names unspoken, and their benevolence subtly interwoven in the daily acts of life. They are the ones who listen intently to the whisperings of the Spirit, who see in every individual not a stranger, but a fellow pilgrim on the path of existence. With every step, we sow the seeds of goodwill, asking for no soil more fertile than the human heart. As secret agents, our doctrine is simple yet profound: to love without condition, without pause, without expectation of reciprocity. We give not from the surplus of our possessions, but from the abundance of our soul. Our charity is as boundless as the sky and as constant as the stars that grace the nocturnal expanse. As secret agents, we are custodians of a profound wisdom, the understanding that love, in its purest form, is not a mere emotion to be conjured at will, but the very essence of life itself. It is the golden thread that weaves through the fabric of all creation, connecting each to all and all to the one. It is intelligent, and we are agents of it. To become such an agent is to accept a mission of quiet heroism. It is to acknowledge that the greatest change often springs from the smallest act, that the softest touch may heal the deepest wound, and the simplest words may lift the heaviest hearts. In our silent ministry, as agents, we build no monuments, we claim no territories, and seek no followers. Our church is the world, our congregation, the entirety of mankind, and our hymn, the unspoken melody of love's sweet song. You who aspires to join this invisible fellowship, take to heart the sacred principles that to offer love without condition is to echo the harmony of the divine. For in the grand design, it is love that moves the sun and the stars. It is love, unspoken and unwavering, that has the power to move the human soul. Let us each aspire to be an agent of this most noble cause, to find within ourselves the wellspring of unconditional love, and to share it freely, without fanfare or expectation, in the quiet corners of our individual worlds. We are voyagers of life. We stand at the precipice of a grand adventure, an exploration not of the cosmos, but of the inner sanctum of your being. As I said at the beginning, this episode is an initiation, an activation, and it's an invitation. I invite you to embark on a journey to become an alchemist of the spirit, transforming the leaden weight of indifference into the pure gold of unconditional love. Imagine, if you will, a world where each of us becomes a secret agent of this sacred force. Our mission? To infuse the everyday with an extraordinary love, a love that asks for nothing yet offers everything. This is not the love of storybooks or the fleeting passion of screenplays. This is a love that is radical in its simplicity and revolutionary in its impact. To become an agent is to tap into the boundless empathy within. It's to look upon the world with all its chaos and cacophony and see the underlying unity, the interconnected web of life, where each thread is essential, each pattern meaningful. As agents, our task is to magnify this interconnectedness, to reach out in acts of kindness that reverberate across the vastness of human experience. We must cultivate a mind that sees beyond the self, a heart that beats in rhythm with the universe, a soul that shines with the light of 1,000 suns. We must become the embodiment of love, in motion, love that heals, love that connects, love that elevates, love that frees. Our tools are simple: a smile shared with a stranger, a helping hand extended without hesitation, a word of encouragement whispered in the moment of need. These are the weapons of our trade, more powerful than any blade, for they cut through despair and kindle the flames of hope. In the grand narrative of existence, our role as secret agents of love is to be the authors of a new chapter, one where compassion becomes the default language, where generosity becomes the currency of exchange, and where love becomes the underlying principle that guides all action. To don this mantle is to enter a state of flow, where our actions become art, our words become poetry, and our lives become a canvas painted with the vivid colors of joy and connection. So let us step forward into this brave new world with courage, with passion, and with a boundless love that transcends all barriers. Let us become secret agents of unconditional love, transforming ourselves and the world one act of love at a time. To don the mantle of a secret agent of unconditional love, you must initiate a radical shift in perspective. Begin by perceiving every interaction as a canvas awaiting the strokes of your compassion. Love in its most unadulterated form is an improvised dance, unrehearsed, unscripted, yet profoundly impactful. Engage in a practice of mindfulness, where every breath becomes an intention to exude warmth, and every exhale a release of judgment. Cultivate the art of listening with the intent to understand, not to reply. When you listen deeply, you honor the story of another, validating their existence, their experience. Acknowledge the shared humanity in every pair of eyes you meet. Recognize that the same yearnings, fears, and hopes that pulse through you echo through the collective heartbeat of mankind. Unconditional love is the recognition of this unity, a commitment to act as a custodian of love's sweet gifts. Challenge the status quo of transactional interactions. Instead, be the anomaly that offers kindness without a ledger, a smile without reason, assistance without the expectation of reciprocity. These are the secret handshakes of agents of love, subtle yet potent in their ability to transform. As an agent, you become an architect of moments, crafting instances where love is not only present but amplified. Your mission is to leave each space warmer than you found it, each life touched with a bit more light. Remember, to become a secret agent of unconditional love, you need not announce yourself. The essence of your role is subtlety, a gentle presence, a silent giver, a phantom of benevolence in a world that all too often forgets to be kind. Embrace this path, and you will find that the extraordinary is seated in the ordinary, that magic lies in the mundane, and that love is the most radical agent of change. Just think about it for a moment. In the vast and infinite tapestry of the universe, where every star is interconnected by a cosmic web, there lies an invitation to each of us, an invitation to become an operative in the most profound agency in existence. This is not an agency bound by walls or governed by the mandates of the temporal world. This is the agency of unconditional love, an operative force that moves silently, changes dynamically, and impacts profoundly. Imagine, if you would, that you have the power to shift realities, to alter the emotional landscapes of those you encounter with nothing more than the purity of your intent and the sincerity of your action. This is the power of unconditional love, a force that transcends the laws of physics and yet abides by the most fundamental law of all, the law of oneness. To become an agent of this love, you must first understand that it is not an emotion to be summoned on whim, but a state of being to be cultivated, nurtured, and expressed as naturally as breathing. It begins with a journey inward, diving deep into the self to unearth the barriers we've erected against love, barriers of judgment, of resentment, of fear, of hate. Once identified, your work as an agent is to dismantle these barriers. This is done not with brute force, but with the gentle yet persistent power of awareness and forgiveness. Forgive not just others, but yourself. Release not just the wrongs of others, but the grip of past mistakes that holds your own heart hostage. And in this release, you find freedom. Freedom to love without condition, without expectation, without end. You become a beacon of hope in a world that all too often languishes in the shadows of separation and discord. Your very presence becomes a sanctuary of acceptance and understanding. As an agent, your actions are guided by an inner compass that points always towards compassion. You see the invisible struggles of those around you, and you respond not with pity, but with solidarity. You recognize the divine spark that resides within each person, and you honor that divinity with every encounter. As a secret agent of unconditional love, your mission is simple, yet profound. To find and magnify the love in each moment. It may be through a kind word to a stranger, an act of kindness without witnesses, a moment of patience in the face of irritation. These are the tools of your trade, the weapons with which you wage peace. In becoming an agent of unconditional love, you join a silent revolution, a reality revolution, a movement that seeks to heal the world one heart at a time, one moment at a time. It is a path that demands courage, for it is a journey into the very essence of what it means to be human. Join me on this mission. Together, agents of the unseen, warriors of the heart, champions of a world bound not by fear, but by the limitless, transformative power of unconditional love. You must embark on inner transformation. It's about fostering an unwavering commitment to see beyond the surface, to perceive the underlying humanity in everyone. This commitment is not passive, it's active and dynamic. It's about choosing in every moment to respond with kindness and love, even when it's challenging, even when it's not acknowledged. Continue to ground yourself in the present if you struggle with this, for it is only in the now that you can enact change. You become aware of your own emotions and reactions. In the now, you become aware of the love, learning to pause before responding, allowing space for a compassionate response to emerge. Cultivate this love by imagining yourself in the shoes of others. Celebrate their joys as your own and feel their pains as if they were etched within your heart. This deep empathy fuels your drive to act with love and understanding. Develop an attitude of service. Look for opportunities to help, to give, to support, without any thought of reciprocation. Service is the purest expression of love in action, the essence of being a secret agent of unconditional love. In your quest, remember that to love unconditionally is also to love yourself. Accept your imperfections, forgive your mistakes, and nurture your growth. Only by filling your own cup with love, you can truly pour out love into the lives of others. Embrace this path with courage and joy. It's exciting. From becoming a secret agent of unconditional love, you're not only transforming your own life, but also you are a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. Unconditional love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is the love that asks for nothing in return. It's pure, it's selfless, and it is available to all of us at any moment. Another important element in becoming a secret agent of unconditional love is for us to harness the power of our subconscious mind. Our subconscious does not argue with us, it accepts what we choose to believe. When we plant seeds of love and harmony in our subconscious, it alters our reality. It creates a world filled with compassion and kindness. We must affirm to ourselves that we are conduits of peace and love. Say to yourself, I am a secret agent of unconditional love. My presence brings calm and peace to every room I enter. Believe in these words as you say them. Feel them resonate within your very being and watch as they manifest in your actions. Visualize yourself reaching out with acts of kindness that come from a place of genuine love and care and concern for others. See the faces of people lighting up with joy from your acts of love. Whether it's a warm smile or a kind word, a listening ear, these are the tools of your trade. Embrace forgiveness. To forgive is to set a prisoner free, and you will discover that the prisoner was you. Release any grudges or ill feelings you may hold against others and fill that space with love and understanding, your capacity to love unconditionally grows exponentially when you practice this. Remember, love given freely multiplies and returns to you in ways you cannot begin to imagine. Becoming a secret agent is a process, it's a path that you walk each day, growing stronger and more filled with love at each step. You will face challenges and setbacks, but these are opportunities for you to demonstrate the very essence of your love. Let us each strive to become secret agents of love. Let us transform our world from the inside out, using the immense power of our minds and our imaginations to sow seeds of love in every thought, word, and action. Let us make the invisible visible. And in doing so, let us change not only our own lives, but the world itself. You are now a secret agent of unconditional love. Go out into the world, blessing each moment, finding the love in each moment, and watch it return to you 1,000-fold. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.